Hello everyone, time for another midweek Wardy's Waffle. A few things going on this week. We are putting the Simba Elita on the 8RX, getting ready for establishing the winter bird food plots. The Elita, that's the machine we converted from a 6-metre solo into a purpose-built oilseed rape drill. So we have a bit of a look at that on the tractor, and also we have a problem with it with all the wiring and things, so we're getting that sorted out. Still, we've got the hand rogers here. We're on weed beet at the minute now before we go back onto spring barley and spring oats, so we take a bit of a look at that, and also general jobs we're doing around the farm, getting things ready for harvest. So that's it for me for the intro. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you're all having a good week, and those of you who are harvesting are getting on well and the yields are good. And only, I think it was yesterday, we've just heard that the grain deal in Ukraine has not been renewed at the minute. Russia are not wanting to do it and are playing silly devils. Anyway, see how that transpires. So that's it from me. Let's crack on with this midweek update, and thanks very much for watching. We're just looking at getting the winter bird food areas planted. They ought to have been done a week or two ago. It's just been so dry. I've been waiting for moisture, and also, hello Nala, and also the Elita. This is the converted solo, which when we get using it, I'll go round it properly with you. The Elita hasn't been on the back of the RX with all the electrics coupled up. We've used it as a subsoiling machine once or twice, but with all the electrics for the seeder, for the fertilizer system, we're busy trying to get it connected up. So I'll just flick the camera around and just show you in here, behind the RX. So this is all the electrics and the boxes that need to go in the cab, and that controls the fertilizer part of it, and that switches it on and off. So this is all out the quad track. Some of these are. So that's the machine. So it's S&K sprayers from Alford, one of the earlier ones they did. So that holds 1,200 litres of liquid fertiliser, and it's all coupled through all the pipes and cables come through the beam through here, through into the back of the tractor. You can see there's a lot of pipes plugged in, different ones. We've got returns as well to go into the back end, and this is the main return. We've knocked the insides of the whole pipe out, so it's got a free flow return, goes straight into the back end. But we haven't had it. It was all coupled up on the quad track before, so we've just got to get all this sorted. Got to get changed an end there, and then in the cab, this is the control box for the seeder. So that's what we put the seed on. So we've done oilseed rape with it, but we are going to put, can't really see much because of the light, done oilseed rape with it, but we are going to put this wild bird, winter bird food mix in it, and wildflowers as well. So yeah, got to get all these boxes all rigged up, and we've only just got all this lot back from S&K sprayers because the plugs are wrong. Just walking across the yard and just seen this laid on the floor dead. I don't know what it is. Is it a hornet of some sort? I don't know. This other dog, it belongs Brenton, who helps Ron, and it's less than a year old, and it's called Lulu. Gets on with Nala exceptionally well, and they just fly about together when Brenton lets her out. As you can see, they're good buddies. So there's the returns, but Tom's going to go and get them changed because we need to put that on. If you look, you can see daylight through that, because returns should always go straight back into the tractor without any obstruction. So we need to just change that and change the fitting so we can do that. I'm just going with the Manitou to move the trailer. That's the welfare trailer. We've moved now, the blackgrass pullers have moved up to the heath, up to the other farm a few miles away. There's quite a few wild oats in this one, so I'm going to take the welfare trailer up there. They'll be up there probably a couple of days, and I think while they're there, they're probably going to do the field of sugar beet, because there's quite a bit of seedy beet in there, or weed beet as well, so we need to just get those probably done now, because they can drop them, because they're not, the seed's nowhere near viable. They don't need to take them off the field yet. So I've just got to the field, the area where the welfare trailer is, you can see behind me. Just going to show you this little heap, which is fantastic. There's a 27-acre field of barley just there. There is a 45-acre field of barley there. Incidentally, that brown patch you can just see there is where the sewage sludge heap was tipped, and I think I just showed you in my video a week or two ago what it just taints the soil is so rich the crop doesn't like it, just where the heap's been. So we've got 45, 7 and 27 acres, and that is all the heap we've got. If I can sort of kneel on it, you can just see there. So that is off that land, and most of it is wild oats. I can't see any black grass in it, which is fantastic, because this picture now, this clip I'm overlaying now, is of this field about 7 or 8 years ago, when we had to spray off some patches for blackgrass because it was so bad we couldn't hand rogue it. So it just shows you can get from a stage where you've got a lot of blackgrass to this stage where you've got nothing, as this clip showed then, that was the area that we sprayed off with glyphosate. So it really does work. So the thing is, I think for me, the biggest message is do not let blackgrass seed, because it's the seed return that causes you the problems. Anyway, I'm going to just get this trailer put on the Manitou and get it moved up to the other farm where the blackgrass pullers are in a field of oats. So I've just got in the yard with the trailer, and I'm just going to fill the water tank up at the back, because there's a water tank on it for hands washing and that sort of thing. It's not quite good enough for drinking, or they don't use it for that, so it's good enough for just washing the face and hands and cooling themselves down. So it's behind here, in there. Oh, actually, it's maybe not too bad. Maybe it has been filled up. Oh yeah, it is, it's full. It's quite full. So, and it's in an insulated container to keep it cool. If you look there, look, we've got an insulated box there that it's all in. Put a lot of the Kingspan insulation in there, so it's really, so it keeps it nice and cool for them. So we don't need to do that job. Field that they're in, but I've got some of these concrete tyres that Ollie's got. He started these, I think. I've got some of these on with a telegraph pole across, blocking the lane, so I just need to move this so I can get in with the trailer that is behind, so you can't see for the window there. So I'll just try and move that like that, try and get so I can get in the field, and then we go down the lane there to where the cars are, to the beet pad that we extended earlier on this year. So that's it on this beet pad. They are across the far side of the field, because there is a big patch, apparently Ruben said, right across the far side of the field there. So I have actually just stopped at the garage and bought them some ice creams, so I'm going to go and take them some ice creams, and there's 6 there and there's 5 of them here today, so that leaves 1 spare, so I might just have one. So I've got here one of my neighbour's sugar beet pads down this track. You can see them, blackgrass pullers down this hedge side, so I'm going to have to walk to them, but they're getting soft, so I don't want them to melt by the time I get there. See, there's not a lot left of mine. They had gone a little bit soft, but they are very, very good. Ice cream's good? Yeah. So these are a few I've just pulled. I'll just show you, actually, it's quite easy pulling them because they're not very deep rooted here. So this is one. You can follow the root down to the ground. So if I get the camera there, so that is one down to there. So there's 3 stems off there. So if you reach to the bottom like that and just pull there, and that one like that, pull them gradually, gently, you can see them coming out by the roots there. Bit of soil on, and that then has got all those, if I can hold them up, that's got that, all those from pulling out. So they pull really easily, but and it's light land, as you can see, but here there's not so many in this patch, but where they are back there, there is a lot. Essence K sprayers have come here. Simon's got somebody come to help us with this socket and the plug to make sure we're right. So changing the plug at this end, making sure the wiring's right, it looks, because it could be wired up wrong. So there's all the wires in the socket.
Screws missing out.
Is that? Yeah. So that's the box now. That's going to be fastened onto the tractor permanently, and then this cable going through and that into the cab.
Yeah.
So the lighter coloured there, as you can see there, they're not wild oats, it's actually weed beet. And there's some, and we've got the pullers, they're going down this side here, just making sure they pull it. And what they do here, they just pull it and drop. Just missed one there. We'll pull that one. They are very hard to pull. I need two hands there. So that is what it's like. So you just pull it and drop it down. And it doesn't, the seed is nowhere near viable, then it just all rots down on the ground, you can see there. So that's what those patches are there. They're doing a cracking job. Got the welfare trailer just near them as well. There'll be quite a while, there'll be probably 2 days in this field pulling all this. This is a problem if you're not careful, you get when you plant beet and grow it in too tight a rotation too often. Tom and Reuben are just washing the Manitou. Sometimes it's easy when there's two of you just to wash all around the wheels and the axles and everywhere. Getting it ready for the grape storage, which is going to start in the next few days. You're alright, you're alright. Just come to our local tyre company in Newark, Tanvix, that do all our farm work. If you're looking for any tyres for commercial, whether it's for lorries or tractors, these are the people to use. Ask for Pete, he's fantastic. And yeah, my Discovery's got a slow punch in the front left tyre, but I am just half considering changing it in the next few months or in the next year, but it's just whether the tyres will last, which I don't think they will until it's ready to go. So that's it fixed. Apparently there's a little screw in it. That's put the plug in. They are, I can't see, they are getting ready for changing. If I've changed the vehicle, I don't want a new set of tyres on it. Just on about changing vehicles and talking about 22-inch wheels against 20-inch wheels, and there's a 22-inch wheel in here that has cracked, and this is the problem with them, so we'll just have a look. So we've got a crack. Just put all there.
There.
One there, yeah.
Two there. One there.
Yeah.
One there.
Another one there, yeah.
And one there, look.
And one there. Crikey, look at that. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cracks in that wheel. And when you turn it round, that's the style of it, which is a common style now on Discoveries. Cheers. So these are the good years. That's the size. 285 40 to 22. The tyre to fit that. General grabber. About 240 a tyre. So these are all the tyres they've got in. Just looking at these forklift tyres. You've just seen our Manitou getting washed. Tyres not very good. These are some Michelins. The better ones are the Firestone. They're cheaper and better. Another whole load here with a chunky tread. Set of John Deere rims as well. Or rims for John Deere, should I say. There we are, that's got it on. Wants a wash now. So that's that all cleaned, washed. looking like a demo model, which of course it was. When we got it. Nice start to the day, sun's getting up. It's always nice this time of morning, but it's not nice because a few days ago another lorry knocked down this wall on the entrance to the farm, and when you see the line the lorry took here, no wonder it knocked the wall down. But the company has been on to me and will repair it when I know, when Ron knows how much it's going to cost. Luckily, obviously, Ron's still here doing the house, so we've had a look at it and we'll get it repaired and get it done, because it doesn't look nice on the entrance of the farm. It's been hit. The last time it was hit was, or when Ron repaired it, was a year last October, so nearly 2 years ago. And that corner was done as well, as you can see. Anyway, we'll soon get it repaired. You can see where the line of bricks were, where it was done last time. But it cracked it right back this time. Cracked it back there, and then all the way down there. Anyway, get it repaired and see what it looks like. You can see the team of Rogers. There's only 5 of them here at the minute. In the Beet, they're doing a cracking job here. You can just see the lighter areas where they are. That's where the weed beet are. You can just see some patches there, another patch there. But this is what they've done here. Must say it looks absolutely fantastic compared to this, what it looked like. You can see now when this started. So this is brilliant. They've done a really good job. There will be some more come up, and it will need doing for wild oats and things. There's no wild oats here yet, so we'll come back in probably a month's time and do it again. But it's certainly broken the back of this. There's a few down in that corner as well. You can just see light showing up just there, but generally looking really good. So I hope you enjoyed that midweek update. Just before I go, you can see some of the scenery behind me. It might not quite look it, but I'm in France at the minute. Just come here for a couple of days with Rhonda. She has a house here. We're in the Midi-Pyrenees, a place called Plaisance. She has a house here that she's selling. We've just come to sort 1 or 2 things out. We've just met the local mayor, who gets involved in all the planning details and all house sales and everything. So just met the local mayor, and we've just been in a supermarket. I just want to show you this clip of this supermarket. Fascinating, the amount of fruit and veg they've got on display. So I'll just show you that before we go. I'm just going to show you the vegetables here. There's no shortage whatsoever, and it's all fantastically labelled, so you know exactly where everything's from. So going down the various aisles, what I like about it is there's proper labelling, so you can see the country of where they're all from. You can see a huge amount from France. There is some carrots there from Spain, broccoli from Italy. I think that's the broccoli, but you can just see France, and again huge amount here, all from France there. But just look at the display here. Chile a little bit there, some Italy as well, but huge amount from France. But wonderful display of fruit and vegetables with very, very clear labelling. Brazil there, Vietnam, Senegal, but not most of what they grow here is obviously sold here. Very little imported. Another interesting sign when you see here, this means you touch, you take. But just fantastic display. Just looking here, we've got cucumbers, onions. France, Spain. Brilliant. This is the meat section, which I'll just go down in a minute, but very interesting here is supporting the farmer. That's the farmer, and says all the awards he's got. And this translated there means it says it's breeding that
respects animal welfare and the environment, and is a fair and remunerative price for the breeder, which I think is excellent.
See, look at that, just shows they're looking after the farmers in that respect. But fantastic display, all local meat. Just come out the supermarket, and washing machines going here, so bring your clothes to be washed as well. So there you go, just shows you the amount of fruit and veg they've got, and it's all very, very well labelled. I think some of our supermarkets and our system at home could take a few lessons from that. Just wanted to also show you here some of the soil. It's obviously been very, very, very wet here, but when you look at the soil here, this is the type of yellowy clay that they've got here in France. And that's an exceptionally steep little valley just through there. Anyway, that's it for this midweek update. Thanks very much for watching. On Sunday, I'll have a little bit more from France here, as well as stuff back at home. But we're back in England tomorrow night. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this update, and we'll see you on Sunday.